Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm not hearing anything. I think we are unplugged over here on the headphone amplifier. Yep, always works. Got to plug that guy in to the amplifier over here. Yeah, that always makes a big difference. Oh, what's up, guys? I was going to, I thought about it, changing into, I got this cool, real sleek tank top, I guess. It's got a pineapple on the front. It's a real, it's a tank top. That's what it is. I thought about changing into it, and I said, you know what? Nah, that's going to be silly. Don't do that. But I should have, because this may be my my last podcast ever, guys. This could be it. This could be the last one. I say it every time. I did not want to do this show. It's such a pain in my ass. It's been over a year now, I guess. No, I don't guess. It has. It's been over a year. I think. What was our first episode? Let me go back and look. We're going to find out right now. You and me together. You and me together. Ooh. That was not a good voice at all. I'm not a singer, guys. God damn it. What do you think I am? You think I'm a singer? A bartender? A podcaster? I can't do all of it. Now my YouTube is frozen. Let's find out. If I go to, man, my internet is really fucking with me right now. Did you guys hear that? I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi and just go to my LTE because the Wi-Fi is pissing me off. So if I go to my page and I go to view channel, which is Craft Conversations, by the way. I'm looking at YouTube. I'm going to go back and look at all my episodes here and kind of find a date of when the first one was available. The very first episode, the pilot episode, was published on April 1st. Oh, imagine that. April Fool's Day, 2018. So yeah, we're way over a year right now. April, May, June, July, August. We're doing Howard Stern math right now. So we're a year and 4 months in. More than that, actually. I wasn't going to do an episode. I was going to do an episode, actually, and it was going to be my last episode. And then I said, you know what? I'm not going to do an episode. I'm going to recycle an episode. And I couldn't really think of what to recycle. You know, we got Joshua Jarman coming into Homegrown Brewhouse tomorrow night, 8 to 10. It's a Friday night, while you're listening to this. I could have recycled one of his shows. We had Been Somewhere in there last night on Thursday. We have Eric Barnett coming in there for a special Saturday show. We don't normally do Saturday shows at Homegrown Brewhouse. Occasionally, we have a Studio 117 show there at Homegrown. But this Saturday night, August 10th, we're going to have Eric Barnett. He's going to be doing a show out front. He's done one already previously on a Thursday. This is going to be a Saturday show. It's going to be really good. Get there. Oh, man, it is hot up here, really. I've got an air conditioner up here. I do not have one downstairs. It's out. It's on the fritz. Let's see. What direction do I want to go on this show? We're going to talk about that, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to talk about that yet. So let's dive back into this being my last show. It won't be, because I've already promised Mark from 40 Mile Detour that I'm going to do an episode with him on this coming Wednesday, the 14th. We're going to be promoting his show at in Studio 117 at Homegrown Brew House on the 17th, August 17th, which is a Saturday as well. We're going to be promoting that show. Plus, these guys also have a CD release coming out at the end of the month, so we're going to be promoting that. So I'm not going to quit just yet. I got one more show in me at least, not counting this one. I've got one more after this for sure. I just hit my 90th show. This will be show number 91, actually. A lot of people would probably quit at 100, but maybe I'll quit at 92. Because that's just who I am. I'm unique. My mom has always told me that what did she told me? She told me that I walk to the beat of a different drummer, and that's the case, really. So maybe I stop at 92 instead of 100. Maybe I'm the oddball there. But it's a lot of work. I discussed it last episode. God damn, it's a lot of work. I had to get home. Tonight, I had to format the memory card for the camera. I had to make sure that I got the new battery from over there in the battery charger area and put it into the GoPro there. I had to make sure that I pulled this computer out of my bag. Had to make sure, which I haven't yet. I've got 29% battery. I probably should plug it in to the AC outlet. Haven't done that yet. I had to make sure I got the Bose on. I had to make sure the headphone amplifier is on. You guys have heard all this before. And as a matter of fact, Caleb and I had talked about it on an episode way back. Probably a year ago. That we had started a checklist, something we used to use in the military, in the Air Force, military in general. An ops checklist. That's what we call it. To where we figure out and make sure that we hit all the buttons, hit all the things to make sure that an operation goes smoothly. Ops checklist. So that's what I did when I got home. I made sure everything was operating correctly. I was listening to The King and the Sting earlier today, which is a podcast by Theo Von and Brendan Schwab. I'm not sure exactly how you say it. King and the Sting. So it's a meshing of the this past weekend with Theo Von and The Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. So Brendan and Theo come together and they do this show called The King and the Sting. And they were mentioning today that they have 8 to 9 people working on the goddamn show. Oh, well, no wonder. No wonder you have 13 million fucking views or whatever the goddamn thing is. Yeah, you got 8 to 9 people producing a show. They're going to put together something phenomenal. They're going to make sure that the topics are right. They're going to make sure that you're in the right direction. They're going to make sure that the camera angles, they got 2, 3, 4 fucking camera angles going on. They're doing research during the show. They're supplying input. I got nothing, man. I didn't even get an image for the TV going today because it's too much. It's too much. And now I've got to be up, and we're going to get into this. I've got to be up between 7 and 9. Not between 7 and 9. I have to be up before 7 in the morning because I have some guys coming to replace my AC unit, my main unit for the house. I have a unit up here in the loft, like I mentioned last episode. I have a main unit for the downstairs of the house. They came out and did an estimate last night, or today. They came out and did an estimate and told me that they're going to be back between the hours of 7 and 9 tomorrow to start the install of this unit. So yeah, I'm doing this episode. I've got to be up before 7 o'clock a.m. just in case they're here at 7 sharp. I've got to work tomorrow evening. I was supposed to work tonight. I got with the people there at work and said, look, man, I got too much shit going on. I really cannot work tonight. I've got a lot of stuff to do. And I need to decompress and yeah. So, is this my last episode? No, it's not. I've already mentioned I've got Mark from 40 Mile Detour. I'm not going to say his last name because I'm not sure how to say it. And I'm going to ask him how to say it when I have him on the show. I want to make sure I don't butcher it. But he's from 40 Mile Detour. They're going to be in Studio 117. They got a CD release coming out, like I mentioned. So that may be my last episode, episode 92. And that's a good place to stop. I mean, that's a long run. I know plenty of people that have stopped way before that. But I did mention that this was possibly going to be my last show. And I really thought about it. I really thought about just canceling Mark and not doing anything with anybody else. Fuck. I know I'm complaining. Yes, I am. It's a lot of work. But I'm going to continue to do it for at least 2 more episodes. This one and maybe the next one. I got another guy, Trenton Nesbitt, that wants to come in and talk. We were going to talk maybe on this Wednesday, but I told him I had an episode already scheduled for that day. So, but I did tell him I could do, 2 episodes in that day. He could come in before or after that episode, and we could do it. But this episode is probably going to be called, what's it going to be called? Let's call it the Karma episode. I don't know if I believe in karma. I guess I do. I believe in the universe. I believe in energy. I believe that there's a yin and yang to things, that there's a give and take. There's a plus and minus. There's opposites, really. And recently, I've had a series of negatives to go with my normal positives, I guess you could say. So what does that mean? Well, what the hell is going on? Why do I keep getting messages? I keep getting messages on the on my computer here that are from way earlier today. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my my 2 surge protectors down here, trying to figure out which one has an input for my power supply for this computer. But I'm at 27%. I'll be fine. It'll work for the rest of this episode because I'm not going very long tonight. We're 14 minutes in at the moment. So what was I saying? Oh, let me look at my notes here. So. Yeah, basically I was going to talk about what has been going on in my life on the negative for the past 2 or 3 weeks here that has got me really thinking. I mean, I put a post out there today. Please, if anybody knows the phone number to the universe and they could please call them and let her know that I've had enough of her bullshit and to please put me on the path of redemption. I don't know what I've done to deserve it, but things have been going to shit lately. I did this episode on Monday or Tuesday about, putting a gun to my head. And, if I wasn't as strong-willed as I am, there might be a chance that I would say, you know what, fuck this shit, man. Let's get the fuck out of here. But I'm not that guy. So I'm going to sit back and relax. So let's get into this. So a few weeks ago, I can't remember the exact date, and I haven't talked about this because I was kind of embarrassed about it. I didn't want to talk about it, but I always try to be honest on this podcast, and I'll let you guys know straight up what's going on. I don't hold any punches. I mean, I've talked about the happy ending. I've talked about almost killing myself by drinking too much and leaving and drinking and driving. I've talked about the incident where I had to do a sobriety test, a field sobriety test. I don't hold anything back, and I'm not going to hold anything back tonight. A few weeks ago at Homegrown, where I work, 117 South Main Street, downtown Somerville, man, two females came in, sat down at bar 1 and 2. And, I've got this condition. I've got polycythemia vera. It makes my vision blurry. I have headaches. I have whatever, all these other symptoms. I'm not making excuses, but these two girls came in and sat down at the bar. Busy as fuck. I think that night we had it was not Blue Spear, but it was I think we had another event going on in the back. Who the hell was it? It was it Robert Lighthouse? Let me look it up. Hold on. Studio 117. Was it Robert Lighthouse? I don't know. We had something. It was busy. It was extremely busy. They sat down at bar 1 and 2. I asked the girl for her ID because I thought she looked a little young. She gave me her ID. It was South Carolina ID. I looked at it. And while I was looking at it, I could not focus on the damn ID. And I don't know if it was my color vision, which I have none. I'm colorblind. I don't know if it was just my vision in general, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God. And I just finally said, fuck it. It's busy. You sat down at the bar. It's a Saturday night. I don't think you would sit down. Maybe it was a Friday night. I don't know. I really don't think, in the year plus that I've been at this facility, at this place of business, nobody comes in here underage. Nobody wants to drink a goddamn $8, $9, $10 craft beer if they're underage. They want to go somewhere where they can get a $2 fucking Bud Light or a Miller Lite or an Ultra or whatever, or a mixed drink, a shot. Nobody comes in this bar underage. Hasn't happened. I've checked many IDs. How do I say that? And nobody has been underage. This particular night, I looked at the ID and I just could not see it. And I said, fuck it. There's no way this person is going to sit at the bar on a busy night on a Friday and want, I think they ordered a strawberry IPA. I don't think they did. I think it was $7. There's no way that somebody's going to order a $7 goddamn beer and they're underage in this establishment. So I gave her the ID back and I poured her the beer. I went to the sink to start filling up some water bottles, and my coworker came over and said, "Hey, there is a police officer asking for you." I went back over, and apparently I had sold an underage girl a beer. So I got a citation. Let me go back to my notes here. I got a citation. I have to go to court next month, September, and we'll find out what happens. It was my fault. It was my fault. I got no defense whatsoever. If I couldn't see the ID, I should have asked somebody else. How old is this person? I should not have served them. I think it was pretty shitty of them. I know what they were doing. It's their job. So that started the whole situation of Operation Karma. Let's do that. The episode, Operation Karma. That sounds good. So then, after that, The elusive Gordon Peters and I went out on a kayaking trip. We did 20 something plus miles. We did, I think it was close to 9.5 hour paddle. During that trip, I lost one of my shoes, one of the two shoes of my water shoes that I carry out there every time I'm on paddle. So I lost a shoe. I lost a battery pack that goes in this GoPro. I had 3 of them. Now I only have 2. I lost it. That kayak trip, my phone got fucked up. The phone here, it still works, but it's still malfunctioning. When I got off the river, it worked the entire time on the river, 20 miles. I got off the river, and all of a sudden it powered itself off, and it would power itself on back to the Apple logo. Excuse me, and then it would flash off, and then it would power up to the Apple logo. Excuse me, and then power off, and then power up, power off, power up. It never would fully boot all the way up into the phone. A couple of days of that went by. Luckily, I had another phone, broken screen that I could use to get by. You know, we're tied to our phones nowadays, guys. So luckily, I had another phone that I could get by with, so I could check my messages, my emails, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, what have you. A couple of days later, it finally booted up. Well, when it booted up, now I've got a foggy front camera. I've got a foggy back camera. I think what had happened was, because this is an iPhone X XS Max, and it's supposed to be water resistant, like to a couple meters for like 30 minutes. You could submerge it. What I had done is I was looking at my map on the Strava app, and I was trying to, on the Google Maps, and I was trying to navigate for Gordon and I, because Gordon's phone was losing power, and I didn't have an external drive like I normally do. So the app was pointing north, and we were actually going downwards on the app. So I was having a hard time, which it's not hard to do, but if I needed to go left, it looked like I was going right, and vice versa. So what I did is I said, okay, well, I'm going to turn the phone upside down, right? So I turned it upside down, set it in my little holder right there. So now, while I'm looking at it, as we're navigating, I'm actually watching our little arrow, going up, and I could see true right and true left. Well, what happened, I think, is if you know anything about the iPhones, right at the top here, there's a little area. It's a speaker, for when you're talking on the phone, I guess, so you can hear people. That little speaker right there, I think, as it was upside down, got kind of submerged in this little puddle of water that was in this little area where I keep it. It's got a hole right there so the water could drain out, but I think some water still got in there. And that's exactly where the front camera is. And that's exactly where the back camera is, if you can see it. So I think what happened is I got water into that area, and it caused the front and the back camera to fog up. So now I've got a problem when I'm taking pictures of beer, whatever. I've got fogginess in the picture. I cannot get the front camera to, because I had to kind of reset my phone. And with that, I had to reset my face recognition. Well, now I can't get it to recognize my face because the front camera is fucked up. So, anyway, my phone, that's the second thing. My phone got fucking jacked. So I had the sled thing happen. I lost my shoe and a battery during the kayak trip. My phone got jacked up. Well, then, a few days or a week later, this past Sunday, my AC went out. My main AC unit here in the house. I have one up here, got one downstairs. The one downstairs went out. It's 17 years old. It's about time for it. The AC unit went out, so I had somebody come out and take a look at that. Finally, once I called them, they came out. They came out yesterday. Took a look. What's today? Thursday. They came out on Wednesday. God, why did I wait so long? So Sunday I noticed. Monday definitely I noticed. So they came out Tuesday to take a look. Right? I don't know. It's all confusing. I can't put it all together. They came out, said, yeah, the AC unit's fucked. Today, I'm laying in bed. Somebody's knocking at the door. The doorbell rings. I figured Tommy's downstairs. I'm upstairs enjoying the AC up here in the loft in the studio, Craft Conversation studio. I figured Tommy's going to get up and answer the door. He doesn't. The guy or person keeps knocking. I finally put my clothes on, shorts, shirt from the day before. I get up, I go downstairs. There's nobody at the door. There is a car parked out by the road. It says Dominion Energy on the front of it, which is the power company that now runs the electricity here in Somerville. It used to be SCNG, South Carolina Electric and Gas. He's out by the road, so I open the door. I walk out down the front steps. Guy rolls down his window. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. What the fuck do you want? So he says, well, I just cut your power off. I'm like, yeah, I noticed, because I did notice. When I finally noticed that Tommy wasn't going to answer the door, the fan stopped moving, and I could hear everything just kind of go quiet. So he's like, hey, I just cut your power off. And I'm like, yeah, well, why did you cut my power off? And he says, well, you didn't pay your bill. I said, no, I did pay my bill. And the day before, I had gotten a voicemail from Dominion that said, hey, please give us a call back. So when they did that, I said, oh, well, what's going on? Oh, I forgot to pay my electricity bill. So I went on to Dominion, found out how much the bill was. Oh, I did kind of forget about this. I kind of missed it. So I went to Wells Fargo, to my bank account. I went to my bill pay. I plugged in the amount that I owed. I did a bill pay, and I paid the bill. So that was yesterday, the day prior. I pulled up my Wells Fargo app, and I showed him that the payment had posted for $156.42 on my Wells Fargo app yesterday, the day before, August 7th. Today that I'm doing this podcast is August 8th. The day you're hearing it will be August 9th. I always do this. I always do the math on when this podcast is released. So I showed him. I said, look, man, this thing posted yesterday. I paid the bill. You guys only gave me one fucking phone call. I didn't even, call him back. It just said, hey, give us a call. It didn't say, look, your power's about to be turned off. You need to get with us and figure this out, remedy this problem. So anyway, he said, well, there's nothing I can do. I've already turned the power off. It's not showing on our website that the payment has been received. And I said, well, I'm showing you. It says posted. Posted to me means that it's been posted, that it's been received. He said, well, we're not seeing it, so I can't turn your power back on. So I said, okay, fuck. So I called Dominion and said, look, this is what happened. And they said, well, we need proof that it's been posted by your bank account, then we'll turn your power back on. So I had to leave my house because I had no Wi-Fi because my power was off. So I had to go to the coffee shop down the road where I could get Wi-Fi. I had to pull up my bank account, had to pull up my statement of all my transactions, and highlight the transaction that I had sent a payment to SCNG/Dominion Energy, and then that it had posted, emailed that to them, and then they said I needed to call them 15 minutes after that. So I called them, and they said, no, we don't see the email, and apparently I had typed in the email incorrectly of where I need to send it to. And I had to forward it and resend it to the proper address, email address. Call them back, make sure they had received it. And they said, yes, we've received it. We will cut your power back on, and you will be assessed a $25 reconnection fee on your next bill. And I was like, what? What are you fucking talking about? I've been a customer for 4 years. I've never been late on the bill. I've paid my bill every fucking goddamn month. I got one time where I skated, not skated, where I don't know, just fucking lost it and didn't pay the bill, forgot about it. Just wasn't as quick as I should have been on the payment. I only got one warning. I didn't get any emails. I didn't get any fucking mailings. I didn't get any other phone calls. I got one phone call to say, hey, please call us back. It didn't say we're getting ready to cut your shit off. Get your shit together. I paid it immediately. And then when it was shut off, I did everything immediately that I could to remedy that and get with you guys. And now you're going to charge me a goddamn fucking reconnection fee? Fuck you guys. And some people say, well, it's your own goddamn fault. Well, that's true. It is. And I take responsibility for it. But come on. Customer service would say, I've been a phenomenal customer for 4 fucking years. Cut me a break. So I sent them a lengthy email and told them how I felt about it. Nicely. Because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm a nice guy. And I'm waiting to hear back from them. But my power's back on. It only took them like 4 fucking hours to turn it back on. I almost called them and said, look, I've got, an animal here at the house that is suffering because you guys won't, quickly turn this power back on. But again, I took responsibility for it and said, you know what, it's my own goddamn fault. So, lesson learned, pay your bill on time. And there won't be any issues, So, with that said, the power was already off. I said, you know what? I'm not going to work because I've got to wait on the AC guy to come out and give me an estimate on the AC. I've got my powers off. I can't even, I'm sweating like a pig because the power's off and it was 90 something degrees and it felt like 105, 106 at the time. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go out and cut the grass. I'm already sweating like a fiend, so I might as well just go out and cut the grass and just continue sweating. And I did that, and while I was out there, I was going to cut on the hose to spray down a couple things, spray down myself, and the goddamn hose sprung a leak. Oh, and then I go in the house and I said, oh, you know what? Because I couldn't get any cold water out of the refrigerator because the power was off. So I said, oh, you know what? I've got a water bottle that I keep in the freezer that's frozen. That's going to be, oh man, that's going to be so phenomenal to drink that. I pull it out and the entire bottle is busted. There's like 5 different places on this bottle where it has expanded too much and it's burst out of the bottle. So now that's no fucking good. And I'm like, Jesus, what the hell is going on? Everything is happening at once, over and over, and time, and one after another. So I'm trying to think to myself, what is going on? What have I done to madden the universe or karma or Mother Nature or God or whatever, Buddha, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, what have I done to piss off the gods? And I really don't know, because all I do is post positivity, and I try and be a good person, and I try and just post positive things, and I try and instruct and educate people to be nice and kind and giving and forgiving and all these different things. So I don't know why this energy is coming back at me, this negative energy. But, as people say, the only way to go is up, right? You can't go down any further. Only way is up. So that's all I can say, is I'm hoping that the trend is going to stop and it's going to go up from here. But that's it. This is the the karma episode, I guess you could say. And I really don't have anything else to say. That was it. So, is this my last episode? No, it's not. I've got at least one more coming up this Wednesday with Mark from 40 Mile Detour. And we will go from there. Will my luck get any better? We'll see. I hope it does. Because I am really pissed off and not in a good mood at the moment. So I'll just say that right now. What are we drinking tonight? Well, we haven't opened it up. I've drank a few things, obviously, already. We're going to open up. This is the only thing I have at the house. This is a Citradelic Tangerine IPA from New Belgium. I've got a glass I'm going to put it in that just came out of the dishwasher. It's nice and clean. It's a G13 IPA glass. Sweetwater 420 strain. We're going to put it in that bad boy right there and drink it up. It's going to be delicious. You've heard me talk about Citradelic before, so I'm not going to go into it. But that's the only beer I have at the house at the moment. I have drank a Bell's hazy IPA today. I've drank a Hop Art from Coast. And I think that's it. All right, guys. I'm out of here. We're 36 minutes in. This show was crap. And I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon.